Kristy, are those tongs? Kristy! You look like the headless hood rat. The redefines ghetto. This looks like a battery maker robot.
It looks cute. Maybe if you had a business, you'd know what it takes to run a business. He's literally so rude.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, What Mojo Knows, and I had to come on today solo because I need to talk to my girls. What's going on, y'all? Like, what is happening? Did y'all forget that social media is a fake place? Did y'all forget that social media is full of skits, filters, and bad plastic surgery? All of a sudden, when it comes down to Desmond and Kristy, they think that every single thing they're seeing in their relationship was 100% authentic. They think that when he is laughing or acting annoyed by her shenanigans, that he is not a willing participant in those shenanigans. They forgot that this family have a couple channel based off of couple content. They forgot that he is expecting a video and a skit damn near every day. The same way we expect our mate to wake up and go to work so we can pay these bills, he is expecting Kristy to wake up and get to work on another skit so they can pay their bills. They have bills too. Their bills are just a lot bigger because their homes are a lot bigger and their cars are not a lot better and their clothes and their food and their accessories cost a lot more. But they're working too, y'all. This is a job. When they are doing content on social media, they are clocking in. They clock in at home. We clock in at our job on the clock. There's still work. So if he wakes up and she don't have no shenanigans that day, you know what he's gonna say? You ain't working today? The same way if your husband wake up and you normally be gone for work and you still home, he gonna say, oh, you off today? You not working today? That's how it works for them. He's expecting something. So how do you prank somebody who is expecting content? What does she do? She tells him that, hey, we're going to make this content, and she doesn't, and that's the prank because he thinking it's going to be something other than it's not. Because she has to give him some type of explanation of what they're going to be doing that day because their job is YouTube and Instagram. Their job is to influence. So, and think about this. They also have brand deals. They have things that they're plugging. She's plugging her makeup line that's paying her for endorsements. Everything that they do is aesthetically to get your attention. The funny part is to keep your attention to ultimately sell you something. Part of what they're selling you is them as a family because that presentation gives them the endorsements. So she is selling themselves as a family to us, and Desmond is included. Yes, this is a family channel. That's what it was. That's why when she dresses up, she's dressing up for her husband. When she changed her hair, she telling her husband, I changed my hair. When she get her nails done, she's showing him her wacky nails. When she buys food that looks like cake or food, she is going to him, so he has to guess if it's cake or if it's food. Of course, he's gonna know what it is. Like, come on now. You trying to say that he's not a part of it? And then most of the time when she's saying, is it cake or is it food? It's always cake. So he don't know it's cake? Come on, y'all. I don't understand why all of a sudden women are trying to cape for Desmond and trying to make it seem like he cheated because he's fed up with his multi-million-dollar life by saying that, yes, being fake gets old. He's not on the Truman Show, y'all. This is not live reality. This is scripted 15, 30-second clips on Instagram. He's not having to spend his whole day doing that. They make the clip, they edit the clip, they upload the clip. So this whole, it gets exhausting being fake. Do you feel like that when you go to work? Do you feel exhausted when you go to work in customer service and somebody call you and you have to say, hello, ma'am, hope you're having a good day. What can I help you with? You don't feel exhausted by all the fakeness that you have to do when you're dealing with your customers? Or do you realize how exhausted the people who are waiting on you when you go out to eat, how exhausted they are when they have to ask you, do you want another drink? Because that's their job. They got to get it done. A matter of fact, if they don't smile and bring your food with the way that you asked for it with your drink, you're going to give them a bad tip or you're going to complain. If you call customer service and act like they got a bad day, you're going to complain on them. You don't want to know what they're probably just tired of being fake all the time. They're probably tired of telling people to have a nice day. I don't know if some people realize, but these people, when we go out to work, they don't care if you have a nice day. When they tell you have a nice day at Chick-fil-A, they don't care. When they say that we hope you enjoy the food, they don't care if you enjoy it or not. None of these people care. So why do you care so much that Desmond is probably tired of being fake when his job is to act? They don't say that Michael B. Jordan is tired of being fake when he acting in his movies. Y'all don't say that these other people are tired of being fake when they're celebrities go out and people go ask for their autograph. What do y'all say? Oh, they have an attitude. They don't know how to respect their fans. Their fans is what got them where they are. Yeah, and Kristy got Desmond where he is. Her shenanigans, her antics got him into a multi-million-dollar house that took years for them to build. Her shenanigans has got them on the Forbes list. Her shenanigans made it where he gets to build an extra big kitchen so he can cook for the family. I mean, I haven't even heard Desmond act like he want to make a restaurant. His content was just making food. Making food to serve to her because she is the star of the relationship. I just don't understand what's going on, y'all. Like, girls, like women, step up. We need to talk. Like, tell a man to go play video games so we can have a conversation. What are y'all caping for this man for? Because he cheated and trying to find explanation for him cheating. Some people cheat, men and women. Some people are just disloyal. Some people feel too big for their britches and they want to be, especially when it comes down to some men, you know, the whole cliche, the woman who is with her man through nursing school or while he's trying to become a doctor. When he becomes a doctor, he sleeps with the secretary, or when he's a lawyer, he starts messing with the secretary. Those tropes and those themes are reoccurring because that actually happened. Sometime when men feel like they have a bigger platform or more money or more notoriety and praise by women who don't know them, they start to want another woman to praise them instead of being with the woman who sees him for what he really is and who he's like, how he's been the whole time. I'm pretty sure that she treats Desmond like her husband the same way she been treating him. And another woman would treat him like a celebrity. That's the difference. Another woman can meet him, or man, whatever he into, y'all. We don't know. That laugh is a little crazy, but we'll talk about that another day. I'm trying to figure out why all of a sudden, when he makes the decision that he make, is there some women confused by that and trying to figure out what could she have possibly done to emasculate him to make him want to be with another woman. And before I show my proof on how fake, and I'm not trying to say how fake the relationship is, because I don't knock them for coming to social media with a certain image. Y'all put on makeup before you leave the house, and men brush their teeth before they leave the house and brush their hair because you want to put a good image on. That's what it is. So the same way you present yourself the best you can when you walk outside your door, they present themselves the best they can before they press play. Even when he's laying in the bed pretending to be asleep, I guarantee this man got up, brushed his hair, got the oil off his face, and got back in bed to pretend to be asleep so they can do this skit, because it's part of it. Because if they're a normal couple, when she wake up, he probably already felt her waking up and wake up too. Where you going? If he's not expecting her to wake up, he's trying to figure out what she finna go do. And he has to expect this from her because they work from home and their brand is the relationship. So they got to know what's on the agenda that day. They have to know what skit that they gonna do. They have to brainstorm. What are we gonna do to make it funny this time? We didn't get that much engagement on that last post. What can we do to get more engagement? Oh man, I'm only got 100,000 likes this time, but the last video from last week got 300,000. What can we do to get 300,000 again? That is the normal conversation that is going on in these type of relationships when their livelihood relies on them selling an image. So why all of a sudden do y'all feel so pitiful for him that the poor little rich husband has to fake a laugh and fake a smile for a 30-second skit? Then he go edit the video and we have to act like he's been a hostage in his own house, as if the rest of us are not faking day-to-day life every single day when y'all go out into the world. You fake nice when the cop pull you over too. You ain't telling the cop what you really think about him. You saying, okay, I'm sorry, officer. I didn't know I was speeding. You knew you were speeding. The same thing. Everybody puts on a fake persona when they're dealing with other people. Half of that just being polite. For them, they're selling an image. The brands, these racist brands that don't give a damn about you, but during the Black Lives Matter, they sure did care about you. They sure did black out some stuff. But then you go to their stores and then they follow black people around, try to accuse them of stealing. Black lives don't matter then because everybody puts on a fake. So why are y'all putting so much scrutiny on them and him having to fake a smile for the camera? Y'all don't think she faking it? Y'all think that she feels like coming out there every single day to do the stuff that she's doing? She's not faking it for the camera? Come on now. But here goes some examples of what I mean by this has to be a coordinated effort between the husband and the wife to come up with this video skit, because tomorrow they got a whole nother skit. They got a whole nother video to do to get engagement. So he is a willing participant. And let's get into it. Let me unpack. Let me cook for a little bit. Y'all sit back. Y'all look at these clips and y'all tell me, am I tripping or do y'all see what I see? Because I see a couple grinding, making their content so they can make their millions. That's what I see. But let's see. Y'all tell me.
What are you?
I'm here.
What? Kristy, why do you look like somebody?
Let's go into detail and let's unpack this. We see Desmond is laying in the background on the couch while he's supposedly be asleep, and she is dancing and doing flips in the living room. Now, is this man on some type of drugs? Does he have narcolepsy? Why would he sleep so hard if she is doing flips in the living room and that does not wake him up? And he sleep on the couch. And this man has 2 little boys. You trying to tell me that a parent with little kids here bumping and jumping and flipping in the room with them, they're not going to wake up? I know single people without children will wake up if they hear all that going on. But we're going to say him as a father, he's going to hear that and then he's not respond. But then let's show the behind the scenes. We see she has 2 people in the home getting her ready for this outfit. So Desmond was unaware of this skit. He was unaware of this outfit. Somebody had to go knock on the front door and she says, "Hey, Desmond, they're here. Can you let them in?" This is all a part of the storyline. This is all a part of the image that is brought to us to entertain us. The same way they have costume wardrobes in movies, there is just in the home. Why are we pretending like Desmond was not a willing participant in all of this? Why? Usually when you have a really outgoing, over-the-top character, when it comes down in movies, when it comes down in TV shows, or even on social media, the balance and trade-off is one person is goofy and one person is serious. Think of Pinky and the Brain. That is the balance of it. So he is supposed to either react like, this is so funny and organic. Ha ha ha, Kristy, you're so funny. That's his role in it. He watches her do the shenanigans. And when I first discovered them, I thought he was the goofy one because he has such a goofy laugh. But the laugh is fake and forced and over the top too. That is just his role. He's just doing what he's supposed to do. But now they're going back and looking at these skits, and then they're picking out certain things like, yeah, he did look annoyed here. That was what they were going for in the skit. So we believe that she's flipping around in the living room while he sleep on the couch. And then as soon as she sit down, he wakes up and then he's surprised. So what did he think those people were there for? What did he think they came there for with makeup, silicone to add to the face to make it where they get to be? And then think about how long this probably took. Do we think that this happened in 10 minutes? That it was a 10-minute makeup tutorial? No, this took some time. It took a lot of time. It took money. It took for the props to come in the mail. All of this. She probably told him 2 or 3 weeks, I think I'm going to do the handsome Squidward. I'm pretty sure that was a part of it, because that's the part of marriage. You talk to your mate. Usually, I don't know what other people's marriage is like, but I talk to my husband a lot. I tell him everything that I want to do, everything that I got going on. I told him about this video. He gonna help me edit this video and everything else. I just don't see, and I'm nobody. I'm a little bitty channel just trying to give my opinions on YouTube. So I'm not even making content centered around my life. And even to give my opinion, my husband has to be involved because he's in the house with me. He's editing it on his computer. Why would it be any different from them? And they have a production company. Why would it be any different from them as a couple? Why are we acting like this man is a victim? He just played his role. Her role was supposed to be the goofy, beautiful chick. That was her role. And his role was supposed to be the nice, in the loving, supportive husband who can cook really well. That was what they presented to us. She make it seem like she likes to clean. He make it seem like he likes to cook. That is what they presented. Now, do I think that what they presented to us was fake? Of course. Of course, everybody has to be. Every time you leave the house, you're putting on a fake persona. When you go to work and you're nice to the customers and nice to your clients, you're putting on a fake persona. And when you go to the drive-thru and at Starbucks and they tell you to have a nice day, they don't care if you have a nice day. I'm just being real with you. When Chick-fil-A, when they say they have such exceptional service, they don't care if you have a nice day, and they don't care if you got all the sauces in your bag, but they have to pretend to, because the image that they're trying to present is that they're accommodating and they care about their customers. The same with them. She gets up, she does her hair right, she put her makeup on. Same with him. When he has to have skits that he is laying in the bed like he's supposed to be asleep, he got up that day, he brushed his teeth, he brushed his hair, he put on some nice clothes, he made sure he don't have socks with holes in it. He put on his best foot forward first. So why are we pretending that he is a victim of millions? Why are we pretending that this is hard for him to live in a house, in a mansion with Kristy because she seems over the top on Instagram? You wouldn't even know her if it wasn't for those antics. And he would be living a regular life, being a chef at Saltgrass, if it wasn't for the fact that their relationship kicked off and people were interested in the aesthetics of their relationship. And I thought their relationship looked cute. I like the fact that they seem nice to each other. He seems nice and she seems funny. I thought it was cute. That was about it. But the only thing that got me annoyed is when people start making it like he is the victim of his own lust. Ultimately, why somebody cheated does not give them a pass to cheat. Whatever the issue was, that issue is still there regardless of you cheating or not. So you should have just left, or you should have gotten that under control. But adding another woman into the equation does not make him unemasculated. It doesn't give him more of his masculinity back. And on the flip side, let's check out this other clip. It seems like it's supposed to be one of those clips that we're going to surprise them by the outcome of what is on this paper, but we don't know. She doesn't know what the options are. And obviously, she's going to be picking all the wrong decisions in the video because the end choice is supposed to be something big. So one of them has to be to change the trash. Okay, change the baby diaper. Okay. But then she picks Tokyo. I don't know how many people went out of the country, but the time it takes, the preparation, not only all the bags they gonna have to pack, getting the flights, getting your passport ready, getting somewhere for the children to go. You're trying to tell me she didn't know she was about to go to Tokyo? Or did they make this video, hold it in their phone, and then 3 months later when they're able to go to Tokyo, they finish the video? Or did they have a planned trip for Tokyo and then they made content to let y'all know they're about to go to Tokyo? And then it has the presentation like he is a sweet, doting, loving husband who is surprising his wife with a trip to Tokyo. So another clip. Let's look at this next clip. It's lighthearted. It's not much to analyze. So she orders a whole pack of donuts. And she stacks all the donuts. Now, he can see the camera or phone visibly aimed towards him. So he is expecting to have to do a reaction to this. So when she went and ordered a big old thing of donuts, did he just not want to eat? He wasn't hungry that day. So when she ordered, it looked like 24 donuts, he didn't want to go over there and grab a donut to go eat and go sit down eating the donuts. She orders the donuts, stacked the donuts up one on top of the other, and then smashed them down. And he didn't know it was recorded. He didn't know it was a skit. Come on, guys. In the same clip, we see her where she's supposedly be cutting up onions. And she has this pot lid in the top to shield her from, the onion fumes from making her eyes cry. You trying to tell me that he wasn't like, what are you doing? You finna cook? She never cooks. He knows she doesn't cook. So it's not weird to him that she went and propped up the camera to go get an onion, a random onion to start cutting it. It's no food out there. There's no meat to be seasoned. It's nothing. She's going to cut up a random onion, and he's sitting perfectly at the counter doing nothing, I guess, looking at his phone. But what is that? Who just sits at a counter for no reason while their mate is in the kitchen doing nothing? I can understand if you and your mate, y'all are in the kitchen, she's cooking, he's sitting at the counter, keeping her company, talking to her. That's not what was going on because he's confused by why she's cutting up the onions. So what are you sitting at the counter for? It just don't make sense. Come on, y'all. I'm going to need y'all to get it together. I'm going to need y'all to realize that Desmond is as fake as her. If you say that she is fake for her antics, he is as fake as her. And that's fine. Everything on Instagram is fake, including the eyelashes, the hair, the butt, the breast. These dudes with these fake chains, with this fake money in front of rental cars in an Airbnb. It's all fake, y'all. All of it. And part of the gimmick was him pretending to be annoyed with some of the antics because she's supposed to be the quirky, funny girl that they never know what to expect out of them. So I'm not defending these people or even Kristy as if I am affected by the couple or even their divorce. I think it's sad because I do believe they were married and have children, but I don't like the fact that the narrative is switching, that he was there against his will, doing something and being fake all the time. And that's where you guys are pointing at to justify him cheating instead of it being what it is. He wanted to cheat. He is that type of guy. So it doesn't matter how cute she is or how crazy she is, because cheating wouldn't solve the issue no matter what it would have been. So all this, even in these comments, like y'all are seeing these comments, why are we seeing women one after one coming up with different scenarios on how she is responsible and how poor Desmond was there against his will and she emasculating him as if he didn't help edit the video of his emasculation. He did not have to upload his own humiliation if he did not agree with it, if he did not find it to be beneficial. Like, let's be for real. Everything on social media is fake. I don't understand why they're faking a laugh or faking being funny is where y'all draw the line. But when you see people, other women on social media walking around with a complete fake body, you champion that and praise that and say, well, she's exercising her freedom and she's getting her confidence back. But when this woman is faking putting on a costume to make other people laugh, to make her family rich because she's making an empire from them. What she has created, her grandkids could be rich from. And if he wanted to leave, fine. That is, I don't think that marriage should be that easy where you can just leave because you want to. It's a Tuesday and you don't want to be married anymore. But he has the freedom to get divorced if he wants to. But why do you have to assign blame to her because of his actions and try to find meaning in his decisions and then make a backdoor statement that a dog is still a dog? So then why are you trying to come up with an explanation for his actions if you expect him to do that anyway? Because all men cheat. It can't be both ways. Either he is responsible for his actions because he wanted to do it, or you're blaming her and he is a victim. So don't call him a dog then. Which he has dog behavior. I like dogs, so I'm not even about to disrespect the dogs by bringing his selfish antics into play and then make that a characteristic of dogs. Because one thing about dogs, they're usually very loyal. So we're doing a disservice to dogs when we even say that he is a dog. But that is the stuff that I just wanted to bring in. And these are just a few clips. If I find more, I'll come back. I wanted you guys to visualize what I'm saying. This is all staged. All of it. His laugh, he probably had to do 4 or 5 takes before he got his laugh high pitched enough to how he wanted it to be. Come on, y'all. This it's not, I want to say it's not that deep, but it may be deeper than what y'all are thinking. Because I feel like some of y'all are looking at these clips and acting like y'all are looking at a live Truman Show, intimate view of their life. And it's not that. This is a scripted, edited, made for the TV, made for the public, to give them some interaction, and at least she tried to keep it wholesome. And even now, she hasn't even spoken out on it. When she have uploaded on her page since then, she's taken a picture of food. I don't know if that's supposed to be a dig at him to let it be known that she can eat good without him. I don't know. I'm not even about to just speculate that much because it's really not that deep for me either, because their marriage is not my marriage. Thank goodness. I wouldn't mind the money, but I don't want the trouble. And I don't want my husband with a side chick. So I'm good with not having their lives. But us as women, we're going to have to stop trying to put blame on a woman for a man being a man, making his own decisions. And no, I do not think that because he's a man that they are programmed to cheat. I do not think that they are programmed to be disloyal, to be liars, to be fake. I do not believe that. And for the women who do, just know you are reinforcing that behavior in your own life because you're normalizing it, because you're making it like it is an expectation of that is what you expect a man to do because that is how men conduct themselves. And I don't believe that. But if you do, then that's fine. That's on you. I'm only here to speak on the fact that I do not like all the emasculation talk. I don't like that he really did not look happy. The man looked happy to me. And I'm not even trying to say that he only had to look happy because he was with her. I'm saying that he looked happy in his big old house, on his big old couch, in his huge bed with his great big kitchen that took them like 5 years to make. He looks damn happy to me. A lot of people have just found out that they're Jehovah's Witnesses. While doing some research, I asked some questions because I do know Jehovah's Witnesses. One thing is for certain. Desmond could absolutely get a divorce as a Jehovah's Witness without infidelity. He most likely wouldn't even be disfellowshipped, but he could be. But getting divorced due to infidelity, you absolutely will be disfellowshipped or denounced from the religion. So the narrative that some people are spinning, that he was stuck in his marriage because he was a Jehovah's Witness and he was not able to initiate a divorce without first committing adultery. That is absolutely false. He could absolutely get a divorce without infidelity. He would actually make it worse on himself to get a divorce with infidelity. In the congregation, would they try to make you work it out and talk it out? Yes, absolutely. And that's if they were active as a Jehovah's Witness. If they are not active as a Jehovah's Witness, that won't even be necessary. They wouldn't even have to do all of that because they're not answering to a congregation. If they are active in the congregation, that is when they have to answer. And usually being a part of stuff like Met Galas and some of the jokes and some of the things that they're associated with in the skits, and the fact that she took J-Dub out of their video and their description a while ago, that made it, to me, gave me the impression that they needed to separate themselves from the religion, which could come from their antics on social media, which means he wouldn't even have to answer to them anyway. But I did want to clear that up because I keep seeing this narrative because people have recently found out they're Jehovah's Witness and for some reason think that he is stuck and forced to stay within this marriage, and that is not true. You're going to get this. If you're going to get this fellowship, you're going to get this fellowship, and he will definitely get this fellowship if you commit infidelity. And if he decided to leave her and she wanted to be a Jehovah's Witness, he wanted to leave her and the religion, so he doesn't care about how he's been labeled, he can still initiate a divorce and she will still be looked at good in the eyes of the religion. So with that being said, I'm out for real this time, y'all. Come back to find out what else I know.